Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my studio. It's Jerry, and I just had an idea this morning. It's the day after I posted my concertina video, and I was vacillating in the video. Concertina, wait, is this a do-si-do? And realized that I have made a do-si-do video before. So I thought I would update it. So I took it. I said a lot of so's there, didn't I? I took it this morning and downloaded it and redid it a little bit. So it's my old video, but it's redone. I cut out a lot of unimportant parts, and yeah, so I thought you might enjoy seeing how to make a do-si-do because I mentioned it. Anyway, that's what this video is going to be about. And I will put a link also to the original do-si-do, which is way down in the video. The one that I'll be sharing with you now actually was done during a live stream. I was not live, but 3 other YouTubers were live creating this do-si-do. So I was videotaping while I was making mine, and I did mine a little bit differently. I will put their links in the description below. I'm hoping their videos are still up, and you can go back and take a look at them if you're interested. All right, let's get started. Today's video is going to be me playing along with Lisa, Tanya, and Aunt Beck. They're doing a group live, and they're making a do-si-do book. And I will leave a link in my description box below where you can see their video. So I'm playing along, but I thought I would turn the camera on and show you what I'm doing as I go along. So I did not have a box. You were supposed to get 2 boxes, Jello boxes, candy box, whatever, 2 of the same size, and cut them apart. So I did not have any boxes, so I used a cereal box, and I scored it as if it was like a little box. And let me tell you my size. My size is 9 inches long by 3 3/4 inches wide. That seems kind of weird, right? But I wanted a square, and so my square is going to be 3 3/4 inches. I gave myself a 1/2 inch for my spine. That would have been if it was a box, and 1/2 inch down here. So this is the other part of the box, like that. See that? So that would have been the box. And you use these flaps to connect these 2 pieces. So let me show you. So I scored this on my scoreboard, and I'm going to put some tape on it too. So it's going to go like that. I'm going to glue it together, and that's the do-si-do part of the book. Okay, now I'll probably cut these pieces off on the end, but maybe not. Maybe I'll use them for something, some decoration. So it's going to go like that. All right, and that's as far as I've gotten. So I'm going to glue this together right here. I'm going to use some tacky glue, and then I will come back when I feel like there's something more to show you. I did want to come back and show you that I put paper clips over there to hold it while it's drying, and I also forgot to tell you that I sanded the shiny side of my cereal box. Alright, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you that I decided to glue down some eco dyed paper that I made for my cover. And then for the inside, I covered it with this lightweight brown paper. I don't know, I got a whole roll of this somewhere, and it's really very thin, and I love it. Alright, I wanted to show you, I'm going to make my signatures now, and I decided to use this paper, and I wanted to show you the package. It is like watercolor paper, And see, it's called, I think it's called rag. Yeah, cotton rag. It's 100% cotton rag. So I'm going to rip this. It comes with this beautiful decal edge. I'm going to rip it and make some signatures for my book. All right, I'm back. It's several hours later in the day, and so the light is different yet again. So sorry, I know there's glare. Sorry about that. So I used that paper that I showed you originally. When I opened the package, it had it had more than three. It had 4 or 5 different colors in there. It was like an assortment pack. So these are actually 3 different color browns. So I decided to use one of each color. And when I made my signatures, I put 4 sheets in each signature, 4 folios, and I wanted to just show you what I did on this very inside one. So I was left with, when I ripped my paper, I was left with some of these smaller pieces, and I didn't want to waste them. As I remember, this paper was expensive. So I actually just went like that and stitched it together and folded it a little off center because I wanted the stitching to show. So when I stitch this into the book, I'm going to stitch it over here so the stitching will show. And I put that in the middle of the signature. I just thought it would look pretty. And I did the same thing for all 3. I think only one signature has it in each one, yeah. So I did the same thing. I just thought it looked really cute. So now I'm just going to sew them into the book. Before I do that, I wanted to also quickly show you this. So I took my Stays On ink, and I'm using brown, and I use this thing, and I went over the edges, and I kind of did smudge up a little bit here and there to make it look a little bit more old looking. I probably really didn't have to do that, but I just felt like it. And I also did it on the inside just to give it a little character. And the weird thing that I did, the weird thing, I don't know what possessed me, I took some Daddy Vans furniture polish that I always have around, and I rubbed it on the paper, and it made it a little translucent, and you can see the writing there, and I am so okay with that. I think that looks pretty cool. So this was a Cheerios box, and I like it. I don't know. So I'm real happy with it. And I left the edges, remember? And so I decided I'm going to leave them because when I put my book together, see, it will go like that, and maybe I'll put a little hook or something on here. So the next thing I'm going to do is sew my signatures in, and then I'll come back and show you how that looks. Good morning. It is the next day and my book is finished, and I decided to keep it pretty simple. I really love the way it turned out, and I'm going to open it up and explain to you what else I did since yesterday. And I sewed each signature in with waxed linen, brown waxed linen. So there you have that. And then I decided to leave these flaps. As I mentioned yesterday, I wasn't sure if I was going to leave them or not, and I'm glad I did. So I put a little eyelet in each side. You can see that little brass eyelet. And then I folded over a piece of waxed linen. Waxed linen is pretty strong. So I folded it in half and just pushed it through the eyelet and just looped it. You can see that. I just looped it, and I made it rather long so that I could use it as the closure for the book. So when the book closes, you take this side and you wrap it around that way, and you take that side and you wrap it around that way. Just like that. And then I just left enough, you know, to tie it in a bow right here.